Going on, Mr. Dave here on the rock pile. We are starting another one up here in Poway, or over here in Poway, California. And the pool's already been shotcreted, and we are just getting the ball rolling, or I am at least today. We have two other jobs that are going on simultaneously, which is way stressful. It stresses me out, man. But can't always get them done on time. Things slow down, rain comes, and so the schedule has to kind of be pushed around a little bit. But I thought I'd walk you through the beginning stages of one of our waterfall grotto projects here, and you can see where it's at. So let's talk and walk. So I've already painted out where I want my rocks to go with a very lovely pink. It's my favorite color, pink, yeah. Well, all the colors are my favorite color. But anyway, so we have little places that we put them. Right here is a nice spot, so when you come in and out of the spot, you have a little handhold. Not too wide, it's going to come up and really not impose and impede into this space much. There'll be a little handhold rock that'll come up. And you can see the pool has been all shotcreted. It's got real nice walkouts and step outs over here. Got another one on the other side of the pool over there. You can probably put another rock somewhere over there, another little guy. And we were going to put one here, and I discovered that pipe down there, and that pipe is the thing that you plug in your pool sweep. So I talked to the contractor and said, you know, we need to move this thing one way or the other, because it'd be really hard to reach over a whole rock to get that pipe hooked up. That's a little pool sweeps that cruise around and clean your pool on the floor. So we started off going right where the design had it initially, that white paint there. And I called him up and said, you know what, buddy, we need to move it, I think, otherwise it'll be hard. And he said, yep, great, so you move it. So I moved it this way, and so we're going to have, these cross marks are what are the previous spots that I was going to put some rebar uprights, some little stub outs. And there's my little Bosch with the carbide bit. It's brand new, so we're going to be epoxying steel into these holes. They're about 8-9 inches apart. Satellite rocks, standalone rocks aren't really that you know, engineering wise, they're not, there's no forces being exerted on them at all. So we've got our stockpiled rebar here. I think I got 56 10-foot sticks. They're just easier for me to carry. Yeah, it's cheaper if you get the 20 footers and then you cut them with the rebar cutter, but I don't know, I'm a man, a creature of habit, so I end up doing things the way I've been doing them. So this is the plan that I was given to work from, and it kind of goes like this, if I can get it to hold still, so you can see the waterfalls over on this side, and there's the spa over there in the back. So we're going to be putting in a waterfall over that little bench there. I'll walk down there and take a look at that. And there's a little satellite we're going to have over here. And I talked to the client about putting an island rock. Those are kind of cool because they really break up the big surface area of the pool in the water zone, if you will. You can see from this picture that that's not, get my hand out of the camera, it's not totally you know, it's not a perspective view, it's a plan view looking down from the top. It gives you an idea of the width of the stones, and that's about it. So, you know, I come in and kind of interpret that as an artist and kind of make it the way I think it might be kind of cool. So I'm gonna stash that back there so it doesn't blow away. Got my good old rebar cutter bender, and we will walk down. The pool again has been already shotcreted, so it's ready. Anytime you get like pool like this, it's just like a big canvas. You can do whatever you want. So we have our little island rock here. These are going to be a little 2-foot. That's what I put a number there, 2 foot long, so they'll come up to about here when you roll them all together, and then you add concrete. It'll be above the water about 4 inches, let's say. Don't want it to be too crazy. And so here's the section. I know it's in the shade a little bit. See if I can cover it up, but you can see the areas that I've written a number in that, and then I bring the paint to it. I want 5 footers on those 4 on the right, and the ones on the bottom here, and this big one, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are all 10 footers. Those are going to stick way up, and then they'll wrap all the way up that bigger stone. The lateral side rock rebar will be 3 foot. So those will wrap out, and they're going to be leaning out a little bit. We'll bring the rebar out and then bring it up, and that'll give us enough room to put the overhead waterfall drop point that the design calls for. And it'll be extended past the bench a little bit here, so you can swim in there and hang out underneath the waterfall, which will be kind of cool. 10 footers again on this side. This rock, it's kind of a skinnier one. It goes up, and that'll go up above the top of the bond there. And then I have another rock on the side here that's going to go across and have it be at an angle where that right angle cut is, and we'll have sort of pitch rock. So it'll be 2 stones here, one big one there, and then a lateral one this way, because it's good to get angles. You know, a lot of times guys get out there and they make their stuff with sort of the engineering being their guide, and that means they're going really boxy, and we want to resist that urge to do that. Another point, just to let you guys know, when we're building pools, there's a bonding wire, and they have a number of them nowadays. They used to have just one, I think. I should actually hold the camera on top of it. This is called a bonding wire, and that goes to a place that grounds the rebar that's in the pool steel. And they usually have a number of places, maybe 3 or 4, depending on the size of the pool, where it ties into a grounding. That can either be a big, huge copper rod that goes down into the soil like 6 feet. I mean, they really jam it down in there. It's pretty crazy. So that's the grounding or bonding wire. Here's the top of the feature, and we've got all these guys coming across. Those ones I can lay over and bend them around. We're going to put some boulders up here, and this, again, as you've seen before in other projects, is the starting pond feed pipe. So that right there is going to be maybe moved. I might just leave it where it's at and keep it simple. Just put a boulder around it. You know, we're not going to get much higher than about this, about 4.5 feet above the dirt, the grade. We're going to dig down, continue this boulder right here, let's say, maybe something like that. So we're going to dig a footing right down in there, go down 6, 8, 10 inches to where the dirt gets hard. I'll put concrete in there and get our rebar uprights like I showed in the other video about how to start a slide. It's the same strategy. Get that footing in there, get those rebar uprights, and since these will be epoxy in, we can bend a horizontal piece around the trench, and then we can just lay those down in with one little loose tie wire at the top going into concrete. Once the concrete goes off, now you got all your steel you can really start to bend around and play with. This is the other rock I showed that's going to be coming up at an angle, so those will come in and lean over a little bit, so it'll be sort of an angular rock. And so this is the beginning. This is how we start a fake rock job. So pretty simple. Again, I put the numbers on there, so if I don't drill them out myself, my sons, my dutiful, awesome sons who are great workers, can go ahead and get that stuff going and make it beautiful and perfect and epoxy them in, and then all I got to do is come here and start bending them around and making them into something. So this is the first step. We establish where the rebar uprights are going to go. So anyways, I thought you guys might get a kick out of how a job starts. This is a nice small little job. It's going to be done in maybe 3-4 weeks. I have got some other monster jobs. I started a crazy huge one up in Alpine yesterday, and I'm trying to jam in and get the 1/2-inch steel uprights in the whole structure, and I'll do a video on that. The thing is nuts. The thing is bloody crazy. It's going to be a monster. Got a slide starting on the outside of the top, and then it goes through inside the grotto structure, and you fly into the water underneath just before the exit of the waterfall that goes into the pool. So you'll actually be entering the water from the slide inside the grotto, but enough room to sort of fly through the opening where the waterfall is. So that's going to be cool, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, I don't know where the heck this is going to go. How's this going to work? I don't know. So, you know, you don't always have all the answers at the beginning of the jobs, but you eat an elephant a bite at a time, which is a really kind of a gross idea. That's a lot of bites. But you start off with one part of your project and you narrow it down to just do the part that you are focused on. You don't have to figure it all out. I have no idea how all this stuff's going to go on the job we're just walking. I don't know how the rocks are going to go, other than the starting points, and those can be manipulated. So all the way along the process, you can improve on your design, you can change it, you can bend things, you can even cut rebar off, you can re-epoxy steel. So at each point you can check it and take a look at it and see if things are the way you want them. So yeah, it's the creative process, man, and I dig it. So anyway, God bless you guys. If you want to learn how we do this, you can get free stuff at davehenderson.podia.com, davehenderson.podia.com. And I've got some free PDF downloads, some videos that are a little mini webinar thing and stuff. It's kind of cool. And we got some paid products as well, including my big full course, pro course that jammed everything in there. It's over 5 hours of video and 79 pages of PDF files that go with it that you can download and print out if you want. Very extensive. It kind of I just stuffed everything I could think of in that thing. So I'll be working on some other courses coming up. If I can put those into the crazy schedule I got. We're actually booked almost to the end of the year, and it is just now May. It's just now May. So that's June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So 5, 6, 7 months. We're already getting pretty jam-packed. So thank you, Lord, for the work, but help me to figure out how to do it all. So blogs and links to other platforms are at www.daverhenderson.com, daverhenderson.com. So check it out, get some free stuff. You can check out how we do this and some thoughts on entrepreneurialism and how to start your own business. And I think everyone should have their own business. And so there, yeah. So be thankful, be forgiving, as I always say. That really sets the stage for a life that's well lived. And get to know Jesus. Jesus helps you do that. It also takes the burden off your shoulders. We're in a crazy time right now in 2021, and we're not supposed to carry all these loads on our shoulders, So give it to God, give it to Jesus. So it works. So it's really good. You can actually be happy in the middle of totally insane things going on all around you. So thanks guys for watching my videos. Please subscribe if you haven't, and check out the stuff I got out there, and send the videos around. And anyway, it inspires me, and I love your feedback, your questions, and your thoughts and comments. It's very great. I do my best to respond to everybody, and I'm sorry if I can't get to you right away, but be persistent, and I'll do what I can to help you. So Mr. Dave on the rock pile up here in Poway, California, starting another job, and we'll keep you posted on our progress, and you too can make some rocks with rebar and cement if you want. So have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Next one, Mr. Dave checking out. Have a great one. God bless.